The infantry gun first took shape in World War I and developed into a large artillery system in World War II. However, before that, many artillery pieces already had the characteristics of infantry guns. The QF 2.95-inch mountain gun, designed and manufactured by Britain in the late 19th century, is very similar to the 75mm infantry gun during World War II. The QF 2.95-inch mountain gun, also known as the Vickers 75mm mountain gun, is an early attempt at a soft-recoil gun by Britain, using many new technologies, but the gun's performance was not very good. The gun has a short barrel structure, with a barrel length of 0.8 meters and a caliber of only 10.6 times. The recoil system of the gun is relatively primitive, and although it uses a hydraulic spring recoil system, the piston travel is too short and the force is insufficient. This system cannot fully withstand the recoil, and the system size is too large, adding weight to the gun. There is a guide groove at the bottom of the barrel, which matches the groove on the gun carriage. When the barrel moves, it moves along the groove to avoid being affected by the rotation of the barrel due to the muzzle blast. The breech uses an interrupted screw-locking structure, and the operation is relatively simple. The gun wheels are the common wooden spoked wheels at that time, which can be pulled by horses and can also be disassembled for transport. In terms of ammunition, it was relatively abundant. Unlike the commonly equipped shell at the time, the gun was equipped with a 12.5-pound shrapnel shell, a 12.6-pound shell, and an 18-pound composite shell. Although the shrapnel shell was intended to increase the lethality against personnel, soldiers found that the shrapnel shell was not as effective as the shrapnel shell explosion could produce 203 shrapnels and 330 bullets. As for the composite ammunition, it was not very well received. The gun entered service in 1897 with a total weight of 380 kilograms, a barrel weight of 107 kilograms, and a wheel diameter of 36 inches, approximately 0.914 meters. The barrel elevation angle is 10 degree to 27 degree, with no horizontal adjustment capability and can only move the entire gun. The initial velocity and range vary when firing different ammunition, with a maximum muzzle velocity of 280 meters per second and a maximum range of 12 meters, and a maximum firing rate of about 14 rounds per minute. In addition to technical defects, the overall performance of the QF 2.95-inch gun is similar to that of the later 75mm infantry guns, such as the German LEIG-18 infantry gun, which has the same caliber but weighs 400 kilograms and has a maximum range of 3,800 meters. Thus, the QF 2.95-inch gun can be used as an infantry gun. The gun was initially equipped by the British Army in Egypt to provide mobile heavy firepower for port protection forces. After the outbreak of World War I, it participated in wars in various parts of Africa, both in West Africa and East Africa. The British Army did not use this type of artillery as its main force, as they used the more mature BL 10-pound mountain gun. Before World War I, the U.S. Army had purchased 132 QF 2.95-inch guns from Britain and deployed them in the U.S.-Philippine War. These guns remained in the Philippines after the war and were still in use until the outbreak of World War II in the Pacific. The guns had been in service for over 40 years, close to half a century. Despite its long service time, it must be noted that the gun has many flaws. The recoil system cannot fully withstand the recoil, and soldiers had to use ropes to tie the barrel to prevent damage to the hydraulic spring system from excessive recoil. Additionally, the gun cannot adjust the horizontal angle, which affected the firing rate, and combined with the flaws in the recoil system, it became a one-shot, one-aim situation when conducting precise and long-range shooting, and the advantage of firing speed could not be fully realized. Due to so many flaws, even the British Army rarely equipped itself with this gun, and it was not even used by the British Army in India. It was only used in places with relatively low levels of warfare, such as in African colonial units, and was also used as heavy firepower for locally recruited forces.